We're going to use a compass and straight edge to construct a congruent segment and a congruent angle. You can use a real compass, or you can use one of these safety compasses. I usually use a safety compass because the real one, you have to worry about the hinge being too tight or too loose, and also because I can use a pin with the safety compass and it shows up better on the projector. So we're going to copy segment AB, or we're going to construct a segment congruent to segment AB. So what you do is you have to have another line. It's got to be longer than the original one. And you have to match up the metal part of the compass to one endpoint of your segment. And then you have to match up the hole from the compass, or a real compass, you stretch it or squeeze it so it's the same size as your original segment. So the metal part of the compass goes on one side, and then the pencil or the hole goes on the other side of the segment. Then you move the metal part of the compass to your new line, and you put it on one endpoint. And then don't stretch or squeeze your compass, or make sure you use the same hole that you found earlier, and you make an arc with that compass. So for this one, I did zoom in so you could kind of see that you have to match up the hole with the end point. Now we can already see that left side, that's one end point, that's A prime. And then the right side, wherever your line intersected with the arc, that's B prime. And then we just use a little apostrophe, and it just means A and B were the pre-image, or the first one, and then whatever we did after, it's the construction of the congruent segment. And then on that right side, just make sure you don't go to the very far right to label B prime, or in this new one, G prime. You have to do it where your arc intersects that segment. So now we're going to construct a congruent angle, or we're going to copy this angle. So you have to have a new line, and then go to your original angle and put the middle part of your compass on the vertex of the angle. Then use the same hole, and on your new angle, put the middle part of the compass on one end, and then make an arc bigger than the original angle. So what we just did here was went from the vertex to the arc. That's how long this angle is going to be. And then in a little bit, we'll do how wide it is. On the original angle, your arc went through both of the sides of the angle, and now you're going to use those two intersections to do the next measurement. So you put the metal part on one side and the pencil on the other, or the hole if you're using a safety compass. So after you stretch and squeeze to make a match, or figure out which hole matches up with the intersection of the arc on the other side of the angle, you go over to your new angle and you use the intersection already there, and then make a big arc. Now where these two arcs intersect, you draw that through those intersections and then through the other side of the segment, and then that's the two sides of your angle and your vertex. And when you label, you just use the primes again and make sure you use the same variable on each vertex.